This is Ray from Haken, and I'm going to talk you through my full setup that I'm using on the current Haken X Tour. It's our 10th anniversary tour, and I've got a really nice big setup with lots of cool stuff. I've got a really nice 14-inch snare drum here, made by Beat Head Drums, made with a very particular and exotic wood from New Zealand. It's a very, very nice sounding snare, so I'm very happy with that. Down the toms we've got an 8-inch rack, 10-inch, a 12-inch, and then we've got a 16 floor down here. And these are all made by Natal drums, who I very proudly endorse. They're all made of ash wood, as well as the 22-inch kick drum. So yeah, I'm loving these drums. I used them on the last Haken tour as well, and yeah, they're really, really fun to play. The cymbals we've got going on are all made by Samsun in Turkey. They're lovely, lovely cymbals. I've been playing them for a few years. They've got quite a range of different sounds and different types of cymbals. So we've got a 14-inch hats here, a 20-inch medium crash with a sort of traditional finish, which is really nice. I kind of use that as a light ride cymbal when I'm not hitting this really rocky ride cymbal over here. So this is another 20-inch rock ride. And we've got a 17-inch crash and an 18-inch crash, both really, really nice crashes. And then a 9-inch splash with a nice hand-hammered bell, a 12-inch FX splash, which is really good for the more trashy, sort of lighter sounding stuff. And then the two stacks over here, we've got another 12-inch FX splash, just like this one over here, on top, and then a 14-inch crash underneath. That's really good for the kind of light and tight, trashy stuff. Kind of sometimes use it as an alternate hi-hat. And then the big stack is an 18-inch China, underneath is a 19-inch FX crash, and then on top here is an 18-inch exotic FX crash with some really cool hammered effects in there. It's a really, really nice cymbal, that. Over here, it's a Roland Spd SX. It's a fantastic tool. It's very, very versatile. It's very powerful. I use it for lots of different sounds in a few of the tunes that we play, from Affinity in particular. I've got some patches in there that I've created for our song Initiate. I've got a whole bunch of 80s sounds that I've programmed for 1985, and I've also got some cool glitchy sounds for our song The Architect and Red Giant. And I trigger some patch changes and things with this foot pedal down here, which is made by Boss, who are kind of affiliated with Roland as well. I've got my MacBook Pro down here, which I kind of use for triggering all the click tracks and backing tracks and things like that when we play live. So I've got a project open here with Mainstage. So Mainstage is a really, really good program for sort of syncing up click tracks and backing tracks and using it for live purposes. So that's really fun. And I also use this keyboard here by CME. It's called the X key. It's a really cool little keyboard, a little MIDI keyboard for triggering sounds and click tracks and things. Again, I'm really into the Shure SE215s. They're pretty standard, lots of people use them. All of us in Haken are using in-ear headphones for all of our monitoring and the click track and things. Rather than having any wedges or amps or anything on stage, everything's kind of in-ear now. I'm using just a little Behringer P1 monitor pack as well for that. Over here, we've got the Porter & Davies Bc2, which is one of my favourite relatively new toys on the drums. For those of you who aren't familiar with the Bc2, it sends a signal up into this massive throne here of all my bass drum hits, so I get a really, really clear monitor of what I'm sort of getting on stage. So Connor on bass guitar, his sounds are also sent through here, so we can really, really lock in. I can actually feel the sound of Connor, which is great for playing live. Sticks, we've got 5Bs by Cube Personal Drums. A guy in Germany makes these for me under his little personal drum company Cube, and they're super good sticks. They're really, really strong. They pretty much never break. Yeah, so I'm loving these sticks. Got a little boom mic here. Again, it's another Shure mic. This is the Beta 56, I believe. It's really nice and compact, rather than the big 56s, so I can really fling my sticks around and not worry too much about catching the mic. so that's really handy. So I've got these green Cympads on top of my cymbals to kind of match the green theme of Affinity. These are really nice. If you haven't come across Cympad before, you should check them out. All the hardware is pretty much Gibraltar, at least the rack is. That rack's been through quite a few tours as well, still holding up strong. Yeah, I think that's about it really. Thanks very much for watching, and be sure to check out a Haken show near you whenever you can. It'd be great to see you there.